Hi, my name is Tim Long. I am the President and the Administrative Clinical Director for New Life Medical Centers. And today I'm going to talk to you about my personal testimony in regards to testosterone replacement therapy. I've been on testosterone replacement therapy for 7 years. I've been on since I was 42, 50 years old now. And how it all kind of got started, it's almost by accident, is I had gotten pretty heavy. I was in finance at the time and got up to 322 pounds. And I was kind of watching my blood pressure. My blood pressure was slowly creeping up. And everyone in my family was either dying of heart disease or cancer, or because of diabetes. Sometimes it was related to diabetes. So I decided I need to change my life. And I joined the gym, started working with a trainer initially. He helped me set up my diet, which was 2,000 calories a day at the time. And I was working out 5 or 6 days a week. And started losing weight. It was surely but slowly. Over a 10-month period of time, I'd gotten down, went from 322 pounds down to 234. And I had a 38-inch waist at the time at 234. Also during that time, I had injured my shoulder doing a flat bench, just warming up. And we had been working around that for months because it would not heal. And when I got down to 234, I kind of plateaued and stayed there. I wasn't losing any more fat, wasn't getting any stronger, wasn't putting on any muscle, nothing was changing, and my shoulder wasn't healing. And my trainer said, I think your testosterone's low. He said, because you're doing everything right, your diet's on point, you're putting the work in, your shoulder's not healing whatsoever, and you're just not progressing. And he said, you may want to go get your testosterone checked. And so I went to my primary care doctor, and I decided to do my annual physical. And we did a full workup, and everything came back great. And when I sat down with the doctor after the workup, I said, I think my testosterone is low. My trainer says it's low because my shoulder is not healing and I'm not making any progress. And he asked me a couple questions. It was a little series of questions. He said, man, you're losing weight. You're healthy as a horse. You're going in the right direction. Everything's fine. And he said, you don't have low testosterone. There's no reason to check it. So I just assumed the doctor was right. Went back, told my trainer. He said, okay. And so we put in the work for about it's probably another month and a half or so, maybe 2 months. And nothing was getting any better. He said, man, your testosterone's low. So I decided I actually started taking testosterone boosters in the meantime. And I got those over the counter. And I decided to go back in to my doctor, but catch him when he's not there. And there was another doctor taking his place that day. So I went back to the clinic, my primary care physician, and sat down with him. He went through all my labs, all that kind of stuff. And I said, I think my testosterone's low. That's why I'm here today. And he said, no, your testosterone's not low. He asked me a series of questions. And at that moment, I only felt like one of the questions was, are you feel tired all the time? And I was sleeping 8 or 9 hours a day, but I was still tired all the time. And I couldn't sit and focus anymore like I used to. And he said, your testosterone's fine. There's no need to check it. I said, listen, I'll pay for it. I want to have it checked. I'm asking you to check it. And he refused to check my testosterone level. So I was kind of frustrated, and I went back to the gym, went back to talk to my trainer. He said, dude, just go see one of these men's clinics. Just go in there, pay for it, out of pocket if insurance won't cover it, and just find out if your testosterone is low. And I was kind of hoping it was low because in my mind, the issues I had was I wasn't recovering, I wasn't making any progress, and I was working hard, and I was tired all the time. I'd get 8 or 9 hours sleep, and I just could not sit down at my desk and focus like I used to. And that was probably more than anything else the biggest reasons, because I was tired all the time, and I could not focus, and my short-term memory kind of was getting bad. So I went into a men's clinic. I just called up, went in. They had my blood work checked. And remember, I was on testosterone. I was on test boosters that you get over the counter. And when everything came back, my testosterone level was 240. And they said I had the same level as an 80-year-old man. And so I went in. I was actually kind of happy to hear that because I felt like maybe this will fix my issue. And so I went in, got my first shot. And immediately, for most patients, it takes about 3 or 4 weeks, sometimes even 6 weeks, a little bit longer to feel a difference. Every guy's a little different. But for me, I felt it pretty quick. And And some of the information is kind of sensitive, but I'm going to share it with you so you get the real story. The first thing I noticed was I was only sleeping 5 hours a night versus 8 or 9, and I woke up and I was wide awake. My energy level was through the roof. I felt great. I felt sharp all day. One of the symptoms I didn't know I had, because as you get older, things change gradually. You don't realize the changing, or that they're getting worse. Well, I was waking up with erections every morning, and I hadn't been doing that for a long time. And I just didn't realize that it was a symptom of low testosterone. But I was waking up every morning with an erection, every single morning. I was sleeping great. After my second shot, my pain in my shoulder went away, and it hasn't come back. The first 60 days that I was on testosterone therapy, I had gained 17.5 pounds and lost a pant size. So I lost fat and gained muscle. So I went from a size 38 waist to a size 36 waist in the first 60 days. My diet was the same. My workout was the same. The only thing that changed is I was on testosterone replacement therapy. So I was losing fat, gaining muscle, gaining strength. My shoulder injury recovered. My energy was through the roof. I was able to stay focused, sleeping great, had an erection, sex drive was great. And in the very beginning, the only thing I thought I had was I was just tired all the time. Well, ended up I had lots of symptoms and didn't even realize it. About 3 or 4 months into it, that's when it really, all those things were great so far. But about 3 or 4 months into it's when the light just kind of came on. And I'll never forget, I was walking across the parking lot. It was a sunny day outside. And all of a sudden just felt like, I felt this sense of well-being, just felt great. I felt awesome. I felt like my drive, my ambition, my excitement about life came back. I know for some patients, when they have low testosterone, they feel kind of depressed or moody. I wasn't really depressed, but it's almost like there's this cloud over me all the time. And I didn't think I was really moody, but it was just that excitement about life wasn't there. That drive, that sense of well-being was not there anymore. And that day, walking across that parking lot, it's like it just kind of fell on me. And I realized, this stuff really works. And my life changed. And that day, literally in that parking lot, I decided to do the research on this. And if I can help other men, if I could start a clinic and help other men feel this way, because there's got to be other men that felt like me, I could help others get their life back. So I started doing the research. It was about a year. After that, I put together a team of attorneys, physicians, medical staff, investors, and we started the clinic. So that's kind of how New Life Medical Centers even started, was my own personal experience dealing with primary care physicians who are awesome. I even went to church with him. He's great, but they just don't, in general, just don't understand hormone replacement therapy. They wouldn't even check my testosterone levels, and come to find out I was below 300. I was 240, and it changed my life. And I got my life back. I felt like I got my life back. And I was able to stay focused and driven. My short-term memory improved. My entire life improved. So if you're thinking about testosterone therapy, if your testosterone levels are low and you have symptoms, it may be something you would benefit from greatly. So if you have any questions, feel free to come by in clinic. We'd be glad to sit down with you and talk about any issues you may be having and discuss the options that are available to you.